Hello guys, welcome back again. Today we are going to discuss about ethylene signaling pathway, and we are going to see this pathway in basically in Arabidopsis plant. As you already know, ethylene is a plant regulator, growth regulator hormone. Some of its function also inhibit the plant growth. Okay, but we are not going to discuss its function. We are going to see its signaling pathway, how ethylene response gene are on, how they are off. Okay, first of all you need to know ethylene is a membrane bound, it bind to the membrane bound receptors. First of all you need to know what kind of receptor have been found in Arabidopsis plant family. So ethylene receptor are these five kind of present. As you can see, ETR1 is ethylene receptor 1, ETR2 is ethylene receptor 2, ERS1 is ethylene response sensor 1, and ERS2 is ethylene response sensor 2, EIN4 is ethylene insensitive protein 4. So these are all receptor of ethylene. Okay, so we are going to see only one receptor, that is ETR1, ethylene receptor 1. Okay, and if you see this structure show the homology of bacterial two component structure. Okay, if you haven't seen that, there's no worry, we are going to see here. Okay, so as you can see, here are our ethylene ER membrane, endoplasmic reticular membrane, and you can see it's have two domain. One domain is present in cytosol, that's why we call it cytosolic domain, and other one is non-cytosolic domain that is present in ER lumen. Okay, so as you can see, here's your terminal end of your protein or your receptor ETR1, and you can see there is a copper ion. Okay, if any inhibitory things come or bind to here the region, then your receptor will be off. Okay, and here is the cytosolic domain, and you can see it's a histidine kinase and it is receptor domain. Okay, and it is the C terminal of your protein or your receptor ETR1. So these structures show the homology of bacterial two component structure. Okay, so let's see how the ethylene gene will be on or off. First of all, we are going to see this pathway in the absence of ethylene. When ethylene is absent, or you can say ethylene is not present. Okay, first of all I will tell you that ethylene receptor is negative regulator. Okay, what does it mean? Why we are calling them negative regulator? Because in the presence of ethylene they will go off, they will be non-functional. Okay, they will be functional when ethylene is not present. That's why we call these receptor are negative regulator. So let's see, when there is no ethylene present, what will you see? The receptor will be on. Okay, that's why we calling them, they are negative regulator. Okay, in the absence of ethylene they will be on. When they are on, they will activate these CTR1. CTR1 mean constitutive triple response 1, and it is a ref serine threonine kinase, and by their kinase activity it can phosphorylate other protein, and that is your EIN2 protein, ethylene insensitive protein 2. And what end will be degraded, or sorry, what end of EIN2 will be phosphorylated? Then you can see it's C end, that is your cytosolic domain of these receptor will be phosphorylated. Okay, by which end of EIN2 is phosphorylated by the CTR1? The C end of EIN2 receptor is phosphorylated, and EIN2 work in the stabilizing of EIN3 protein that found in the nucleus. Okay, if it is degraded, then what will happen? It is degraded by 26 proteasomal, and it will be ubiquitinized or will be degraded by your 26S proteasomal complex. And if it is degraded, then there will be no EIN2 protein entering in the nucleus. And what does it work? And we have already discussed its work. It stabilizes the EIN3 protein. If it is not entering in the nucleus, there will be no EIN2 protein to stabilize it. And if EIN2 is not present, then it will EIN3 will be degraded or ubiquitinized by 26S proteasomal complex. And after this kind of degradation, there will be no ethylene response gene will be on, and it will be off, so there will be no transcription and there will be no ethylene response gene will be on. So it is this kind of function is happening when there is no ethylene present. If you suppose ethylene is present, then by this presence of hormone, it will block the your receptor, that is ETR1, and it will off this receptor. And if it is off, then it will not initiate this kinase, constitutive triple response 1. And if it is not activated, if it is blocked, then it could not phosphorylate the EIN2 protein. And if it is not phosphorylated, then by the protease enzyme, it will cut down by this region, and its C end of EIN2 protein will be entering in the nucleus. And in the presence of EIN2 protein, it will stabilize. Your EIN3 protein will be stabilized now, and it could not be degraded or ubiquitinized by 26S proteasomal complex. And if it is not degraded, then your ethylene response gene will be on and your transcription will be happening. So there will be your ethylene hormone will be generated. So it is happening in the presence of ethylene. So what we are going to see what happen if ethylene is present. If ethylene is present, your receptor, we call them negative receptor, they will be off. And if your receptor is off, there will be no activation of your serine threonine kinase activity of CTR1, that is constitutive triple response 1. If it is not activated, it could not phosphorylated your EIN2 protein. Then your protease enzyme come and it will cut down this region, your C terminal end of EIN2 protein, and it will enter in the nucleus. And we have already discussed about the work of EIN2 protein. It will be stabilized of your EIN3 protein. In the presence of EIN2 in nucleus, it will not let degrade of your EIN3 protein. Okay, if it is not degraded, then your ethylene response gene will be on, your transcription will be happening there, and your ethylene gene or your ethylene hormone will be generated. Okay, so these are the work happening in the presence of ethylene. Your receptor is negative regulator. If there is ethylene present, they will be off. If there is ethylene absent, there will be on. By their own activity, they will activate the serine threonine kinase CTR1, and it will phosphorylate the C terminal end of your EIN2 protein. And if it is phosphorylated, it will not enter your nucleus. And what's the work of EIN2 protein? It stabilizes your EIN3 protein. And if it is not entering in the nucleus, your EIN3 protein will be degraded by 26S proteasomal complex. And if it is degraded, then there will be no ethylene response gene will be on. So your ethylene response transcription will not happening there. So these are the some terminology you should know, how your receptor on, how when your receptor will be off. I hope guys you will get it. If you have any problem, then comment down below. Thanks.